Hello students, welcome to lecture of corporate laws and governance. So this is a summary of the first unit which we will be discussing. So in the first unit we will be covering the topics related to company management and corporate governance. So it includes directors, their role, appointment, qualification, and the remuneration, and retirement, removal, and provisions regarding to the loans given to directors, their powers and duties, then the concept of office or place of profit, and contracts in which directors are interested, and role of managing executive, non-executive, and independent directors, then board meetings, the procedures, and what are the powers of the board, then corporate governance and audit committee, inspection and investigation, then prevention of operation and mismanagement. So be having an introduction to the company management and corporate governance. So I hope all of you have studied what is a company and what are the duties or what are the various provisions related to a company. So every company will be having a manager, then will be the managerial personnel will be there, including assistant managers, general managers. So all these people collectively will be managing the affairs of the company. So we'll have to understand the role of these managers, then what they're supposed to do, what are their responsibilities, what are their qualifications needed. Then the Companies Act of 2013 gives various provisions related to the these aspects. So we'll be discussing about this in the first unit. And I hope there is no need to explain the meaning of a company, what is a public company, what is a private company. Just to revise your knowledge, we'll be seeing what is the meaning which we have already studied. So a company is a voluntary association of persons formed for the purpose of doing business, having a distinct name and limited liability. So as we know, company is a separate entity, and we have learned various concepts related to the company. So first we will see what is a director and what is the meaning of director. So company is a legal entity and does not have any physical existence. So as we know, the company is, even though it is having a legal entity, it is not a physical person. So there should be some legal representative of the company to manage its affairs. So in one case, the court has given a rule that a living person has a mind which can have knowledge or intention, and he has hands to carry out his intention. The corporation has none of these, and it must act through living persons. There should be people to manage the affairs of the company, and one such person, important key person in the company, is the director. So the person acting on its behalf is called the director. So the simple meaning of director is that the person who is acting on behalf of a company. So the directors are considered to be the agents of the company, and they are trustees of the company, and they are also the officer of the company. And they are professional men hired by the company to direct its affairs, and they are not the servants of the company. So in a nutshell, we can say that the directors are the legal representative of the company, and they will act in according to the rules, the purpose of that company for which it has been formed. And the Companies Act provides a clear definition for the director. So according to section 234 of Companies Act, director means a director appointed to the board of a company, and directors are appointed to direct and supervise the affairs of the company. So this is the simple meaning of the director of a company. And there are again several subsections which clearly describes the various provisions related to the minimum number of directors that should be there in a public company.